Sir David Barclay and Sir Frederick Barclay were identical twins born in 1934 in Hammersmith, London. From a young age, they were inseparable, sharing not just their looks but also their dreams and ambitions. It was a working-class neighborhood, and they were 2 of 10 kids. Growing up in such a large family meant that resources were always stretched thin, and everyone had to pitch in to make ends meet. Life wasn't easy, but growing up like that taught them to work hard. They learned the value of perseverance and the importance of seizing every opportunity that came their way. They left school at 16, ready to make something of themselves. With little formal education but a lot of determination, they set out to find their place in the world. They had no idea they'd build a huge business empire. Their journey began with small, humble steps, but their vision was always grand. They started small, painting houses and running a candy stall. These early ventures were modest, but they were crucial in teaching the twins the basics of business. These early jobs taught them important lessons about taking care of customers, working hard, and paying attention to details. They realized that success was built on a foundation of trust and reliability. These lessons would be super important as they became more and more successful. The twins were ambitious. They were always looking for the next big opportunity, never satisfied with just getting by. They wanted a better life for themselves and their families. Their drive was fueled by a desire to rise above their humble beginnings and create something lasting. They saw how important real estate was and the chance to build something that would last. Real estate became their gateway to bigger and better things, a stepping stone to their future empire. These small beginnings were just the start of an amazing journey. Each success, no matter how small, was a building block for their future. The world was about to meet the force that would become the Barclay Brothers. Their story is a testament to the power of hard work, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of dreams. In the 1960s, the Barclay Brothers really started to shine as businessmen. They were young, ambitious, and ready to take on the world. London was a bustling city full of opportunities, and the brothers saw potential everywhere they looked. They got into the hotel business, buying a rundown hotel and fixing it up until it was successful. This wasn't just any hotel, it was a place that had seen better days, and many thought it was beyond saving. But the Barclay brothers had a vision. This early win made them believe they could do even bigger things. The hotel became a symbol of their determination and ability to turn things around. Guests were happy, and the business was thriving. Their next project was bigger. They weren't content with just one success. They wanted to expand their empire. The brothers began to look at other properties in London, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities. They bought a bunch of hotels in London. Each acquisition was a calculated risk, but they were confident in their ability to turn these properties into profitable ventures. It was tough. The hotel business was competitive. There were many established players, and the market was not easy to break into. But the Barclay brothers were not easily discouraged. But the twins weren't afraid of hard work. They rolled up their sleeves and got involved in every aspect of the business, from renovations to daily operations. Their hands-on approach set them apart. They were also smart businessmen who knew how to save money and make things run better. They implemented cost-saving measures and improved efficiency, which helped them stay competitive. Not everything they tried worked out. Some hotels didn't perform as expected, and there were setbacks along the way. But these failures were valuable learning experiences. They had some failures, but they learned from their mistakes. Each failure taught them something new, and they used this knowledge to improve their future projects. Each challenge made them tougher. They became more resilient and better prepared for the next obstacle. Their determination was unwavering. Through it all, they never forgot what they wanted to achieve. Their vision was clear, and they kept their eyes on the prize, no matter how difficult the journey became. These early ups and downs showed how determined they were. They reflected on their experiences, learning and growing from each one. They weren't afraid to take chances, and they learned quickly, using everything that happened to them, good and bad, to get better at business. Their ability to adapt and learn was key to their success. These early wins, and how they bounced back from losses, set the stage for their future empire. The lessons they learned in those formative years became the foundation for their later achievements, proving that resilience and hard work truly pay off. The Barclay brothers knew teamwork was important. They made important partnerships that helped them grow. They teamed up with other entrepreneurs and found mentors to guide them. One of these partnerships was with an Australian businessman named Kerry Packer. Together, they bought the Ritz Hotel in London, a famous hotel that became a real prize in their growing collection. Making strong relationships was a big part of their success. They knew how to find talented people, and they weren't afraid to let others take charge. They built a great team of advisors and managers, creating a culture of trust and loyalty. The Barclay Brothers' story shows how powerful teamwork can be. They knew they could do more together than alone. Building strong partnerships was a key part of their empire. The Barclay Brothers were great at finding businesses to buy. They had a knack for identifying potential where others saw none. They were good at spotting businesses that were worth more than people thought. Their keen eye for value allowed them to see opportunities that were hidden in plain sight. They weren't afraid to invest in things others ignored. While many investors shied away from risky ventures, the Barclay Brothers embraced them. They saw opportunity where others saw danger. This ability to see beyond the immediate risks and focus on the long-term potential set them apart. This bold strategy was a big part of their success. Their willingness to take calculated risks often led to substantial rewards. They bought businesses in lots of different areas: newspapers, shipping companies, and stores. Diversifying their investments helped them build a robust portfolio. This helped them when the economy wasn't doing well. Their diverse holdings provided a buffer against economic downturns, and it helped them grow into new areas. They were patient, always looking for the right moment to expand, willing to wait to see their investments grow. They understood that real success often requires time and patience. They knew real wealth took time. Their long-term vision was a key factor in their sustained success. Their careful way of buying businesses was a big reason for their lasting success. They meticulously evaluated each potential acquisition. The Barclay Brothers story is a great example of how to buy businesses strategically. Their methodical approach ensured they made informed decisions. They weren't afraid to make big moves, often stepping in where others hesitated. And they were good at spotting a good deal. Their ability to negotiate and close deals was unmatched. Finding and buying undervalued businesses was a key part of their empire. This strategy allowed them to build a vast and successful business empire. The Barclay Brothers weren't afraid to borrow money. They understood how borrowing could help them grow and used it strategically to buy businesses. They were okay with taking risks, as long as they were calculated risks that could help them grow. Not everyone agreed with how much they borrowed. Some people said they were borrowing too much, but the brothers said they could handle it. They pointed to their success and said borrowing let them move quickly and grab opportunities. They were really good at borrowing money. They had good relationships with banks, understood financial markets, and could get loans even when the economy was bad. The Barclay Brothers' ability to borrow money was a big reason they grew so fast. They weren't afraid of debt and knew how to use it to their advantage. Being able to manage risk helped them build their empire. The Barclay Brothers didn't have it easy. They faced tough economic times and legal battles. But through it all, they were resilient and never gave up on their goals. During the tough economic times of the early 1990s, they had real financial problems. They had to make hard choices, selling some businesses and restructuring others. But they survived and came out stronger. They also had legal problems and fought hard to defend their business practices and protect their reputation. They believed in being ethical and weren't afraid to stand up for what they thought was right. The Barclay Brothers' ability to overcome problems is inspiring. They faced their challenges head-on and learned from their mistakes. Their toughness and determination were key to their success. As their empire grew, so did the public's attention. The Barclay Brothers were very private people and avoided the spotlight. This just made the media more curious about them. They were often seen as mysterious figures, and their business practices were sometimes questioned. People criticized their use of offshore trusts. They defended what they did, saying they always followed the law. Some people said they were ruthless in business, but they said they were tough but fair. They were loyal to their employees and valued long-term relationships. The Barclay Brothers had a complicated relationship with the media. They understood how powerful the press was and were good at managing their public image. They never let bad press stop them. The Barclay Brothers were more than just businessmen. They were also generous and gave to many charities. They believed in helping their community. They were especially passionate about medical research, giving millions of pounds to hospitals and medical institutions. Their generosity helped improve medical treatments and saved many lives. They also cared a lot about education, giving scholarships to students who couldn't afford school and supporting programs to improve reading skills. They believed education was the key to a better life. The Barclay Brothers' charity work showed their true character. They used their wealth to make the world a better place, inspiring others to give back too. The Barclay Brothers built an empire that lasted for generations. They left behind a legacy of entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and resilience. Their story still inspires people who want to start their own businesses. Sir David Barclay passed away in 2021. His brother, Sir Frederick, still looks after their businesses. What will happen to the empire in the future is a big question. One thing's for sure, the Barclay Brothers made a huge impact on the business world. They started with nothing and built an empire. They faced challenges and became stronger. They used their success to make a positive difference. The Barclay Brothers story reminds us that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck. Their legacy will continue to inspire people for years to come.